wanna be that one. Still a million miles from you. So I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew. Not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever. Though you can't deny, hold it all inside. No, you can trust me, just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I'll be around, yeah. You're not scared of love, just scared of love. Alright, enough. Just tell me if you want my love or not. 'Cause I don't wanna be that one. Still a billion miles from you, yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew. Not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever. Though you can't deny, hold it all inside. No, you can trust me, just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I don't wanna be that one. No, still a million miles from you. So I'm gonna let you go. You go. Oh boy, if you only knew. Not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever. Though you can't deny, hold it all inside. No, you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here, and I am back for a very brief moment or whatever. But I just wanted to let you all know that I have touch bases with the new features in Iclone. Now, I haven't went through all of them extensively yet, but I have went through a majority of them, and so far so good, folks. This stuff is great. Let me and I want to talk to you guys about a few other things about what I'm doing also. So let me go ahead and get this up and put my main screen on here. And here's a character that I made in Character Creator. This is what the guy looks like. And I did a couple things in here. I played around with the beard. Gave him a beard just to see how this thing is going to work. Gave him a whole facial beard. Left him bald, and played around with some of his textures and stuff and stuff like that, and make him look like he's like some assassin or something. What I probably would do with this character is probably mess with the scars, whatever, and try to get out some of this roughness out the scars to make him look a little bit more flatter, like his skin. I don't know why they look like that. I think it's because I didn't mess with the roughness at all, because I was just kind of I'm just quickly making a character, folks. I was just making a really quick, fast character. It came out pretty good. I exported them out over here to Iclone, and what you're about to see is what I did. I didn't use the iPhone for this. This is all like hand keyframed. Well, actually, the head animations was done by hand. The motion that's on his body is from Mobility Mocap Online. It's the low key animation, and it didn't take me long to make this. It took me maybe about an hour just to get this performance out of this character, and I also did some edits in the animation. So in this, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to improve your animations in Iclone. Because one of the things that I see a lot of people doing is what they'll do is they'll just put in a character and just drop a motion on it, and that's it. That's all they'll do. They won't go back and do things like fix the hands from colliding into the clothing, or fix the arms so the arm gestures can be a little bit more dramatic and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and play this so you all can see what type of performance I got out with using the Aculip. It's called Aculip Lip Sync. What else I put in here? I used the Aculip lip sync. What up? Yeah, I used to. I'm just making sure that I said the right thing. Yeah, Aculip lip sync. The the new face puppet. I used that, and I just used the animation from mocap online, and I tweaked the arms a little bit. You know, I might tweak the arms a little bit more, but I think what I got is fine. And let's go ahead and play this and see what we get out of it. So, oh, hold up. Let me mute myself so you won't be hearing no super echo. So, you're calling me back in to fix up a mess that you made, a mess that should have been taken care of a long time ago. But you're coming back to me to ask me to use my talents to make this all go away. Last time I spoke to you, I said don't ever come to me again for anything because I was done. But now you're back here again because you messed up. Yeah, so I mean, y'all, it took me like an hour to get that face animation to something I liked. I mean, and the lip sync was just point on, you know. And the best, and here's a tip: if you really want your lip sync to be really really good, the thing is to go and make sure that whatever you're saying is as clean as possible. That means going up in here and using all your effects to clean up the audio. That means just basically eliminating as much as the background noise that you possibly can. Because I've learned that in the past, like the more background noise you eliminate, and the transition from one line to another. See how I got these little gaps right here? Is good because you can always go in and you can delete these gaps or whatever to bring the stuff together a little bit better, a little bit closer. But my whole thing is say your line, give it some time. Say your line, give it some time. You know, and actually, you know, you just want to have like some type of rhythm as you go on and say your lines. You know, some type of rhythm or whatever. So when you go back and you have to edit something, everything still matches up, which is kind of cool. Hold up, folks. Somebody just sent me a message. Yeah. So anyway, um, this is just me playing around and playing around with the lip sync. I just want to try out the lip sync and see what can be done. You know, what can and cannot be done. And so far, that they really improved it. You know, they really improved it. You know, and also if you also folks, if you just come in here and look at the look at the way they got the Visamines and stuff set up. You know, you can edit these a little bit better than before, which is cool because you had to go in here and click these little things, these little Visamines and stuff like that. But you don't have to do that no more, and you can actually go in and accurately correct what you're saying too, which is also pretty cool. So their lips move more accurate. So you're calling me back in to fix up a mess that you made. Really good. So besides that, I went ahead and put on this this animation for mobility mocap. You can. So you're calling me back in to fix up a mess that you made, a mess that should have been taken care of a long time ago. But you're coming back to me to ask me to use my talents to make this all go away. Last time I spoke to you, I said don't ever come to me again for anything because I was done. But now you're back here again because you messed up. See, it came out good. To me, this came out really good. You know, the voice, the animation on the beard, everything came out nice. And one thing I'm trying to one other thing I want to talk about hit on is like I should be doing tutorials about this stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this now. And it's basically when when you get an animation and you bring it into Iclone, or better yet, you just use any animation and you drop it on your character. One of the things that I'm just gonna like one of the things that you can do, and I'm just gonna just grab this right here. I'm just gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna go over here and just delete it. So one thing I see a lot of people do with Iclone is that they don't go back and do some simple stuff like come in here and just fix the arm positions, or they would just like stick the animation on here. They leave the heads looking robotic. I mean, it's like they will animate a whole animation like this, right? And they'll let the animation play.
So, you're calling me back in to fix up a mess.
And leave the character looking awkward, hands colliding, all that stuff. When all you have to do is just come in here and only take a few minutes, few seconds, folks, few seconds, and go into here. A few seconds. It only takes a few. Hold up. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Just go into the character. Go into the modify panel. Go over here and just go over here and just hit the edit motion layer, and don't use the. I would say if you're moving the arms, I would not use the IK. I would use the FK. I use the IK for like different things, like if you got weapons or you're doing reach targets and stuff. Then I use arms. But now since they put this in here, I don't have to do that. So all you have to do is just come in here. This is not recommended to use mirror for this. Just come in here and just pull the arm. Just pull the arm off the body. That's all you gotta do. Just pull the arm off the body, and then take the character to the side, and then adjust it accordingly. His arm wouldn't be that far out for real. It'll probably be a little out this way, and maybe twist it a little bit this way. That helps out with posture and positioning of the animation, of the look of your animation. I know it may take a little time to do this, but it's good if you do this, because it makes your animation come off ever so that much better. And pull this back a little bit. Pull this arm out a little bit. There. And be careful you don't overreach too much. You want to put him in a nice, comfortable pose. So this is gonna look better. Like when I play this.
So, you're calling me back in to fix up a mess. A mess that you made. A mess that should have been taken care of a long time.
Yeah, not all the animation is gonna go on perfectly, but just to do those little adjustments to keep his hands going into his body is way better than just sitting back and slapping the animation on the character. So I'm going to save. Actually, I'm going to come over here, hit delete, and then put that thing on here that I deleted earlier back on there where it belongs. All right, and I'm just going to just save this, and just go over here and hit animation. Let's remove. Let me keep this current frame. Okay, so I removed all the animation off to just go through a couple of things about adding animation and stuff like that to your character. Hold up, folks. I gotta. Yeah. All right. So, talk to you guys about animation and how to make your stuff look better. I was in a discussion with a couple of guys last night, and it was a pretty good conversation or whatever. And we were talking about some things, and one of the things that I really did like about the whole conversation is that a lot of guys had a lot of information to share about things, and they asked me a lot of questions too about some things that I do. And what I do is I use motion capture. Either I make it myself, or I would go and actually go and purchase it from other people, other vendors. And just because you purchase animation from a vendor, it's not going to always necessarily fit the character correctly. So let me give you an example. Let me pull this up to 900 here, and let me set that right there, and go to my content folder. Let me show you a good example of something not. I could probably try these finishing moves right here. Let's try this finishing move right here. Well, that was a waste. I mean that fit him pretty good. Let's try another one. Let's try actual fight animation. Let's try this one. See, the animation is not going to always go on characters the right way. So sometimes you may have to come in here and fix some of this jankiness. I don't have the other animation in here to show you all, but sometimes the shoulder gets a little off, looks a little weird. You know, that's just something pulling the shoulder down a little bit and pulling the arm up a little bit. And his legs looks fine. That's the only thing I would see about fixing that. But you would get your motion layer tools out, and you would actually go in here, and what you would do is, like, before this animation gets to right about here, right about here, you will put let's say maybe like about right here, you'll put a default key here, and then when it gets to this pose you don't like, then you will put another default key about right around when he comes out that pose. So in the middle, so in between those two default keys, you would just come in here and you would just adjust this, and it'll blend perfectly after you do that. You know, so that's one thing. I want to actually demonstrate this one day when I get the chance. I mean, today is not a day for me to demonstrate. Today is just me just to talk to y'all about some things. What else? Let's put on an anime. Maybe I could demonstrate one thing. Let me trying to think of an animation I could put on here that'll be quickly and easy to be fixed. But better yet, let me show y'all this. All right, so we got a head here, right? And what I see people do, and I've seen people do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to where is it? Okay, edit motion layer. Okay, let's go here. So what somebody would do, suppose they're talking to somebody, and somebody's to the side of them, right? So what we'll do is we'll put a key here. We go to motion layer. Go to motion layer. We're just going to just lay a key here. All right, we're going to lay a key here, and then let's lay another. I'm going to put a key here. This is going to be. I'm putting another key here. All right, put another key here. And what I'm going to do is like put a key. What they'll basically do is, if somebody is like standing to the right of them or whatever, I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna pull this down here. If somebody's standing to the right of them, I think this is good right here. If somebody's standing to like the left of them or right of them, what they'll do is they will take the character's head, right? They'll just take the character's head and just do this, right? So when the character's talking, he's gonna do this, and then come back. You know, he'll do this and come back. Human heads don't move like this, folks. Human heads don't move like robots. All right, they don't do that. They don't do that. That's a robot. You know, if you would just like between this key and this key, this is the key when his head is turned. If you would just come right about here, take the head, point it down a little bit, just a little bit. You know, you will see there's a big difference. Big difference. The head is not awkwardly turning left like this. You know, it's actually going down a little bit and then coming back up. You know, we can make it look even more dramatic if we just take the head and we just push it down a little bit like this. push it down like this a little bit, and maybe tilt it over a little bit this way, and you'll get a more better dramatic head look. You know, he's talking to this guy. He's actually gonna, his head's gonna tilt. You know, you can either tilt down like this, right? You can either tilt down like this. You can make it tilt down like this, or right here, you can make it tilt up, and then he'll make that final adjustment there. The thing is, between point A and point B, there's always some type of motion happening with this character. You know, there's always some type of motion happening. And think about it, human heads don't go right to left like that. You know, your head has weight to it, and every time that head shifts its weight, you're going to get a little slight bobbing action to it. You know, and it's all because your muscles and a correlation with your spine and your joints are all working together to keep your head stable. So your head's gonna it's gonna move a little bit, but it's gonna be very subtle. But the human eye does pick up on that stuff. So if you're not doing this, that makes your characters look more puppet-esque, you know. So it's just all it is, folks. All it is adding one keyframe. That's all you have to do. If you're gonna put the head in a position, right? So this is the end key right here. For this animation right here. So we're actually going to duplicate this real quick. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. Control Z. So we're going to take this. We're going to duplicate this again. And we're going to pull this in a little bit closer right here. All right. I'm going to pull it in. Actually, we're just going to move this right here. All right. Because this is going to be our default right here. We're going to move that in. And what we're going to do is we're just going to just delete this. All right. All right. All right. So his head. So what happened is his head nods over, and then it comes back, and then it makes his track back here. So it's gonna make his track back here, right? So we just got this linear motion. Linear robotic motion. So let's make his head come alive. Okay, let's make his head come alive by just like, instead of making his head bob up, we're gonna make his head like bob down like this and bring it into this direction a little bit like this. Watch what happens. Watch what happens when I play this. I mean, that's pretty cool there. And then on top of that, you know, now we got to time it, right? We got to time it a little bit. So we're going to pull this over, and then we're going to make a copy of this right here and put that right there. It says it's going to stay there for a second, and then it's going to make the progression back again. All right? So when you play this back, you get a little bit more better head movement, you know, and as you come back and you tweak this, like suppose I want this to happen a little faster. I want him to turn his head a little faster on this part. You just move the keys around. You don't have to mess with the curve at this point because it doesn't need it. You know, you don't need it. And suppose I want this to come up a little bit. I mean, you just play with the key. This is how you play with your timing and spacing, is that you move these keys around. As you move these keys around, you would get you would gain control over your head movement. You would get better head movement, better placement, and everything else. You know. And these are just basic this is just basic stuff that I wish a lot of Real Illusion users would try to think about, because I just see too many of them. You know, they'll do a whole scene where the people heads don't act like human heads. They act like puppet heads. You know, this is not a puppet head. This is like, I mean, this is just basic movement. Actually, this is basic blocking movement right here. You know, this guy was talking, you know, and maybe between here and here, you know, I could probably make his head dip right here, like he's actually his head is actually tracking somebody. So what happened is that he would go this position, that position, then come back. There you go. There you go. It's real simple, real easy stuff to do to get the most out of you know, if you don't have an iPhone or whatever, to get the best out of these out of iClone, but just simply doing just some simple stuff. You know, I know people. You know, if I take these out, if I take this keyframe out, this keyframe out, and this keyframe out, and then I hit delete, and then I go back all the way over here, this is what I see y'all do. That's not human movement. That is not human movement. You know, that's not. You know. Um. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Actually, I meant to do this. Let me go back. Put those keys back. You know, and it's more stuff you can do because it's just so much you can do with just basically going here and keyframing and stuff, and then once you get all your stuff blocked in, you can go straight over to your curve editor and refine it more. You know, and even on these default keys right here, you can even come into these default keys and add some extra secondary animation to it. So what you're basically doing is just adding secondary animation, and then once this animation get to a point to where you're happy with, then you can come in and you can come in and add more stuff on top of here, like say for instance you want to add some face. You want a face key over some of this stuff. You know, you go over the muscle and let's see. Maybe I'll put something here. Maybe I'll put something here like you could actually come and get some facial expressions. This disgust, and I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna key this in over here. This is the default key right there. So I'm gonna put that in right there, and now we got a face expression here, and we go ahead and put another default key here on that. So when he turns his head, you know, he's like, now our character, you know, we put the face key in there, and we can actually make that hold a little bit longer. Actually, I can come over here and I'm gonna put we'll make him hold this expression for a little bit longer. All right, until we get over. Yeah, that's what I want. Till we get over here. And so I got something got skipped here. Hold on, let me check out something real quick. Yeah, it's right here. Let me delete this out. Pull this to the side. Whoopsie. Pull it to the side there. What you talking about? You serious? Get out of here. And let's see. It's got some really cool facial features in here. So you could get a lot of cool transitions and stuff out of here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to come over here to this one, and I'm gonna make him grimace a little bit, like he's actually like, what? No, that's too much. I think that one's cool right there. So make sure it ain't overlapping here. So make them what? So it's that key right here. So I can actually change that, and there's so much stuff that you can there we go. So much stuff you can do with a character like this, man. It's not funny. And the thing about it is, you know, I'm not doing no face puppet or nothing like that. I'm just doing just just adding keys, taking keys away, adding facial expressions, and anybody can do this. What? And next we can go into the eyes and do. I mean, it's just so much cool stuff you can do that. And what? I don't think I'll put this right here. There you go. Man, you can, and then you can come back and you can actually come in here and kind of. I think you can kind of like smooth. You can really, and you can really get in here and do ease in, ease out. And it's just like now I got this whole head movement from just adding keyframes. You know, adding keyframes, taking away keyframes, and just doing stuff so my character what doesn't look like a robot. You know, and that's what I'm aiming for. I don't like robotic ass type movements when I'm doing stuff, especially if I'm doing stuff by hand or whatever. And then I can just come in here and I can add a motion to it. Let's see, where is it? Go to content. Let's see. Conversation. Control. I think control 1, something like that. There we go. And let's try this one. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try it. See what it looks like. Let's gesture. Where's the damn motion at? Here's the motion right here. All right, so let's see how this looks. Now I got a motion on. Now I got a motion under it. I got a motion up under it now. Let's see what it looks like. So there you have it, folks. You know, there's a way to come in here and use motions and keyframe on top of this stuff versus just slapping a motion on it and going about your daily business and routine or whatever. And I would just say take your time. You know, and it's going to take time for you to actually come in here and actually do this stuff. But the more, like, if I was to put some more time into this, if I was to go and put some more time into this motion, especially the facial gestures I got in them right now, and if I had like a motion up under here, like a voice track up under here, this will look really good. This will look authentic. You know, you would have never been able to tell that the hold up. I just remember something. I'm gonna break this right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove. Let's see. Rename. Where is it? Reverse. Remove motion from head. Okay. I think I made a mistake there. Let's see if it still works. Son of a gun. It took out my yeah, it sure did. It took it well, when I did that, it took out my keyframes here. So I'm gonna have to copy those, right? I'm gonna have to copy those, then move forward. And then come in here and on this frame right here, paste. Oh, I know it didn't. Hold up. Paste. There it is. There they are. Just come here and I'm just gonna. I put the keyframe. I had to paste the keyframes over here, so they should technically work correctly now. See, there's the animation right there. There it is right there. All the animation I just did with those keyframes, there it is. There it is. It looks good. It looks realistic. And the more, like I said, the more time. I mean, I know some animators, like for a scene, like suppose they were doing a scene like this and they had to do this, they would take like 3 or 4 days just to get the lip sync and everything correct. What are you saying? Huh? Oh. What? You know, simple stuff. Simple stuff. It doesn't take that much time. It doesn't. You don't have to be like a super expert at doing it. These are just things that I learned while using Iclone. You know, that Iclone has a very good way of interpreting. Matter of fact, I think they interpolate a lot of stuff real good. But you gotta know how to use it. Now, you saw me when I put the animation in here. It basically wiped out all of the head animation I had. I had to go back, copy this stuff, bring back the animation, and then paste it in here so I can get my head movement back. The Visimines and stuff are all down here. All the, not the Visimines, but all the expressions and stuff are down here. So you have to worry about that. All you thing you got to worry about is bringing back the head animation. And one thing I did was I went in here and I deleted the head. I went ahead and deleted the head. No, I didn't. That was before. All right. What I did is I went back and brought these keys back, and then brought the animation back. And when you lay these keys down, what these keys do, they override all the animation that's on here. And I got my animation back. So now at first it didn't look like nothing, but now that I brought the animation and layered on top of this, layered those keyframes on top of this, now that I did that, now I got something. Then when I got the underlining mocap on it, it really makes the animation come out. I suggest you all give this a try. See if it works for you. See if it works for you. Just coming in and basically doing like some simple keyframes, especially concentrate on the head, neck, and your facial expressions, and then I guess I could do something. I guess I could do something else, like go back to the modify panel. Let's try that Aculip thing again. I got another one in here. I think it's this one. So let it generate. I'm gonna let it talk for a few seconds. Yeah, but the thing is to just not be a person who just brings in the character and slaps animation on it and then press render. Before you, I'm like, that's not the way to go about, in my opinion, making animations in Iclone. It's not. It's not a good way to do that. Take your time, put your work in, and produce something for people to have interest in. I don't agree with some people who think that the faster you work, put something out, people gonna come and run and look at it. Now maybe if it was like something new, or maybe you're doing something for TikTok and Instagram, that'd be cool, But if that's the audience you want to get, go ahead, more power to you. But I'm trying to aim for like higher, bigger goals, and the bigger goals should be to actually put quality in your work, so people will come back. So people will come back. They will look at your stuff, and they will have a good time enjoying it, and they won't have to go back and say, oh, somebody did this. Oh, it's all right. You don't want that. You want people to like your work for the time and the effort you put into it, for entertainment purposes. You don't want, you don't want to work, because you don't want to work and just throw out something. You want to work and put out something. You want to put out something good for people to look at, I know Benjamin Tuttle. He's doing some tutorial. I think he just released a tutorial. I'm not too sure. I can go and check real quick. I think he may have put out a tutorial. He put out something. That looks nice. That looks really nice. What is he doing? Cyclops? Is that supposed to be Cyclops or something? From X-Men? Dude got them big ass glasses on. But yeah, I'm looking at it now. He got it unlisted, so I guess he don't want nobody to see it. But I'm looking at it now. He's got these two people conversating, and you should see the way that they're moving. And I mean, you should see the way that they're talking and moving and conversating with people. It looks like two people standing there talking, and not two puppets just moving their heads and mouths. I mean, oh, it's screw Vin. I'm gonna show it. So he did this, and he posted it. Look at how these two characters are interacting with each other. Just look at it. Look at the facial gestures. Look at the eye contact. Look at the overall beauty of the animation. Look at the time I don't know how much time he put in this. But if he put some more, it's just like 6 seconds. So he probably did. He put some time in it, but he didn't put a lot of time in it because it's only 6 seconds long. But just look at the interaction. The shifting the weight, the body, shifting body weight is good for any type of interaction with somebody. Head tilting, off axis. Well, it ain't off axis, but just the whole fact that this man is standing. He's shifting his weight to talk to this girl. Why he's talking to this girl. His eyes is locked on her. And you can see her response as she shifts her body. And her head shifts. And her head actually nods down. Yeah, there was a nod down right there at the end. And you can see his head bobbing up and down too. Look at that. Look at that. You can tell there's a conversation going on. There's no characters just standing there with their lips moving, doing nothing. It was some time spent just understanding human interaction. Or he probably just used some motion capture. He probably used motion capture, put the motion capture on here, and then just actually went back and modified it to get the performance that he wanted. Because what we're looking for. We're not looking at mocap, folks. We're looking at a performance. That's what you want to get out your mocap. You want to get a performance out your mocap. If you just want to slap motions on there and just have the characters' mouths talk, eyes not blinking correctly and stuff like that, good. You could do that. But if you want people to come back and look at it again, you would do what he did. Look at this. I can tell there's a conversation going on. It doesn't have to have no music or sound or nothing whatsoever. And you can tell that this guy is into this girl. And this girl is like, yeah, what's up? I understand. They're having a conversation. There are some animations out there that you have two people talking and they look like straight puppets. There's no emotion. I mean, I get emotion out of here. I don't see no hostility from him. I don't see no hostility from her. I can see that they're in a casual conversation. I see it's a relaxed, casual conversation. I can see all this because of the way he did his facial expressions, his gestures, the shifting of weight on the characters, and the overall total composition of the scene. The cameras are right. The cameras are on the right side the whole time. Thus mean he's paying close attention to the 180 rule. He's talking. Okay, like he's talking. Camera behind her shoulder. She's talking, camera behind his shoulder. But you can see the camera's like out here. The camera's like a little bit off to his shoulder, a little bit. Maybe the camera should be like right here, like behind him. But you still get the whole thing, like when the camera changing, they're both in the same scene. So you get the whole thing about interaction. And that's what we want out of a performance. We're not looking at the mocap. We're looking at the performance. And what he did to the performance to make it a believable performance. See, people get confused with like, oh, mocap, you can get mocap and just throw it on the character and put a camera on it and then render. No. You put mocap on a character to get a performance out of it. Not an animation, a performance. And sometimes you have to go into that animation and modify and change the performance. Okay. The only thing I like about this is that it shows you where your mistakes are. I'm not going to change that. I just want to play this, but you can go here and actually edit the crap out of this and fix it so the character can actually talk right. You won't see no lips messing up or nothing or looking weird. But let's go ahead and play this and see what happens.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this.
That didn't make no sense.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
All right, so I got this stupid awkward thing right here. So I gotta do right here, just delete that out. And it's fine. So here we go.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
All right, so I didn't do no animation past here, but still it looks good. The performance looks good. Now I just did a little tweaking to it, and I got the character to perform.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
That looks good. I like that. I like what I did right there. That's pretty cool.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
That was pretty cool. That head gesture when he comes back.
This was the last time you told me.
That's cool.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
See that right there. I mean, that was all these keys I put in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 keys. These longer ones are the default keys, right? So all I added was just 1, 2, 3 keys really, and I got them separated by defaults right here. You know, all the defaults do is just bring the it's the defaults are there so the character can reset itself. Okay, can reset itself or stay positioned where you want it. But this came out pretty good.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
See, just putting in a little work into your character's overall performance, not the mocap, but the performance. See, the mocap is just something you're putting on there for performance. All right, you got to go back and actually modify that animation to get what you want. You know, you're not going to always get what you want just by slapping the animation on there and then sticking it up there on YouTube. Say, hello, everybody, I just released something. Yo, go check it out. And then everybody can actually see, you know, your stuff will start looking amateur. I mean, you're going to start looking like an amateur. But if you take your time, take a simple motion clip, and just take your time and space out all of your keys. And not just do like 1 or 2 passes. Do a couple passes. Do 5, 6 passes on. Do as many passes you want to. Tweak your stuff. Make it look better. What's up, Todd? You know, make your stuff look better. There's no problem with taking your time to make your stuff look good, to put some rhythm into your work. You know, there's no competition to lose by just taking time and putting quality in your work. There's nothing to lose. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, that's what I think people understand. You know, when I do, like when I work on Archive Infinity or I'm working on any of my projects, you may see me go back to something 7, 8, 9, 10. You might see me do like 8 or 9 videos where I go back and work on the same part for hours. And why am I doing that? I'm doing that because I'm trying to add some quality to my film. I'm trying to separate my stuff from the other guy who's not putting in the time to get his stuff done, but just wants to get it out. You know, I'm not the person to get it. I don't have no time limit on what I do. Some stuff I do, like if I'm working for a customer or something like that, I will just go ahead and do the stuff, and nobody will never know that I've done it. But when it comes to my stuff, you know, I'm putting this stuff, it's gonna be under my name or whatever. I want to make sure what I put out is gonna have some quality to it. You know, I really don't have. I really don't have I mean, I have all the time. And I got all the patience in the world. I just don't have the tolerance for it. I mean, that's when it comes to just like having time, patience, and then there's tolerance, you know. And when you just don't have the tolerance just to put something out there, because you just don't want to go back to go out and fix the stuff, or you didn't put it out and the stuff looks bad, you don't want to take it down and fix it. Well, then that's what my tolerance is. Like, I can't deal with that. I can't let something out there go that bad. Yeah, he's pretty angry. Yeah, he's pretty angry. What I'm doing here, I'm just like just coming off. I mean, I'm probably gonna do more talks, discussions, hour-long discussions and talks about things that I like, things that I do, wish to see other iClone users do. When it comes to making mocap, and
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
And what you're basically doing, I wish iClone had a way that you could actually see the layers that you're laying down. That way you can go back and delete them or modify them when you want to. But I wish they had that type of thing like they do in Motion Builder. But I could take this into Motion Builder and with the same audio track and do the same thing, But I'm doing it here to show you guys just by putting in a few keyframes, just a few keyframes. Corner of the screen. Oh, that thing is still up. Oh, sure is. Hold on. Where is it? Where is he? Where that little devil at? I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. There. I meant to take that thing off. I don't mean. I just put it up there before. I just put it up there. I keep forgetting to take him down. Thanks for reminding me. Taking that thing down. But yeah.
No. They will call you out to this.
So I can actually come here and put another default keyframe there, and come back over here. Now I use the FK because I don't want to miss. I just use it. Right? I could explain it, but believe me, I just use it. This is my recommendation for myself. So I can pull his head down like this.
You will call me up to do this. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this.
Now you see how when I put that key there, like I put a default key in there, right? Default key. And then I work backwards from the default key. So you put the default key in and you work backwards from that because you don't want whatever you're doing here to carry over. You want to stop at a certain point. So that's why I put that buffer there. So whatever this key doesn't carry on. So if you put the key there before you put that there, well, then you're going to have issues because whatever is done here is going to carry on down. So even if you put a key here after the fact you did something here, it's still going to carry on down. And it's going to mess with you. So what you do is you find out where you're going to put your key at, where I decided it's going to be right here. And I just said, okay, well, I'm going to put my default key down here and keep it there, then go backwards and then throw a key in right there. So that right there is going to help you get a really good performance out this mocap. The mocap is there, but you got to enhance the performance of the mocap to make your stuff look better. That's something that I wish some iClone users would do. And then you can come over here. So right here, all right. So maybe I want to do something here. All right, I want to do something here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a default key here, and then I'm gonna tweak this by doing this. All right.
Call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time?
See how natural that looked? You see how natural that looked? When all you got to do is just come here. And I can move in between this border and this border. I can move this keyframe anywhere I want to, right? I can even extend that border, pull it over here, and pull this keyframe closer to here.
Call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time?
I can do a lot. I can actually take these two, group them together, and move them around and move them around, playing with the timing and the spacing of the freaking
call me up to do this.
of the performance.
I asked you, will this be the last time?
It's a lot of things you can do, but it just takes practice, and it's going to take time, you know. And the thing about it is, once you get into a habit of doing this stuff, it becomes fun. It becomes fun because you have total control of how your actor is acting versus the animation having control and limiting you of what you can do. If you do it this way, I guarantee you, you're going to have more fun doing this than sitting back and having to go back and cut here. I mean, you see, I have not had to cut anything out of here yet. Nothing.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the...
And let's admit, the motion capture here is really doing a good job as of to sell this performance.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this.
All right, so as you can see, the hands are in the... All right, so here's another thing. So another thing about correction. Oh, yeah, by the way, Todd Fox, did you... hold up, let me find it real quick. I'm doing a little sidetrack right here. I'll be back on this in a second. Where is it? Hey, have you seen this, Todd? Have you seen this yet? This video is no longer available due to a copyright claim from Alfred Snowden Jr. I wonder who that person is. But Joe's racist video is gone. But okay, so back on task here. Okay, so here it is, folks. So all right, so I come back and I see that his hands are right here, right? His hands are right here. Actually, his arms are a little bit too close to the body for what I like, all right? So I've already laid down my keys. So if I try to lay down any other keys, it's going to be blocked by these, right? It's going to be blocked by these. Okay, so what do we do? So what we do is we find the arms. Like we find the left arm and the right arm. And what we do is we just come in here. What I'm going to do is just go basically come in here and just delete those keys. And over here on the left arm, I'm going to delete these keys too. All right. And I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning here. And, no, I'm still in FK. And what I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to take his arms. Take this arm, pull it up. I'm not using mirror because mirror has issues with it. Because it really doesn't mirror it. It's like kind of, whoops. Don't want to move that. Want to move this. Let's click on this. I just want to move the clavicles up a little bit. Move the clavicles up because the clavicles up down a little bit too low. But that should help.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
So sometimes it's more about what body part you move. Yes. The slander disappeared. Yes, the slander had disappeared, you know, and somebody was mad yesterday because he thought he did something, he made him invincible. But he got on YouTube yesterday and started yelling and screaming and whatnot and what on. So who cares? But here you go.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time?
See? And look at the performance. And like I said, I can go and do this for hours until I get something immaculate out of it without having to use a motion capture suit or use the iPhone, you know. And this is for people who don't have though like a mocap suit or whatever. You can still get the same performance because what we're going for is performance and not mocap. All right, we're not looking at throwing characters on animations on characters and hitting the play button and throwing some lip sync on it. We're going for the whole package, folks. We're going for the whole package as of to make something, create something, and diversify what you got. Because just because you have mocap doesn't mean that next person doesn't have the same thing you got. And if you do have the same thing that next person got, the thing you have to do is come back and enhance the animation. Just enhance the animation. Diversify your animation by making it different, by adding accents and little stuff that nobody else is going to think about doing, because nobody else is going to think about doing this.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last?
Actually, when he does this. So, right here, I want to add this because I've been on for an hour already, so I'm getting ready. I'm ready to get off now. But all right, so we did that, right? So what I want to do is I want to add. I think his head is up here too long. Like I like this right here. So I think I'm gonna pull this over here like this, and then when his head goes up like this, I think I want to pull his head down. Oh, that's his arm. All right, I want to pull his head down, like he's looking at somebody that's standing there, and maybe tilt it over to this way. Maybe down a little bit more. But actually, just tilt it this way, son. Maybe a little bit back up, just a little bit. Just a little subtle animation there. Let's see how it looks.
I asked you, will this be the last time?
Let's see, I'm gonna pull this here. Timing and spacing at his best.
I asked you, will this be the last time?
That looks pretty good. Still think his head can come down a little bit right here. Let's pull it down. Let's pull it about right there.
I asked you, will this be the last time?
That looks good.
No. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be...
Well, if you want to do the fingers can be done on a different layer. I mean, I have no problem with the fingers right now. I can do something quick on the fingers. But like I said, we already got like these hold up. Like I already told you already, like we got these default keys. Default keys on the longer keys, and they basically it's like a key on each part of the body that moves, right? And every time you put a default key down, it keys every last one of these. So what you want to do is you want to go here, find the fingers, right? And the fingers can be kind of tricky. And what I do is I just find the default keys in between default keys. And they do have these gestures. And this is what I don't use the finger controls. Well, the reason why he's looking all over the place is because I haven't put another character in there and I haven't locked the character in. But what you looking at is eye tracking. You want his eyes to basically track the other person that's there. That's what you're probably looking for. That's the type of performance you're looking for. I mean, he can sit here and talk.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now.
Not really. If he's talking to more than one person. If there was 4 people standing around him and he's talking to all the whole group, he would not be focused on one person. He'd be talking to the whole group. And that's basically what this animation is, by the way. This guy's talking to more than one person. As he looks to the side,
this was the last time he told
turns
me
his head to this person.
that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you.
Then he walks towards these people over here. So,
what the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh.
But his main concern is whoever's standing in this area right here. So it could be up to 5 people standing here, and this will work. This will work for that whole animation. It will work for that whole scene. But the thing about it is, folks, what I'm trying to tell you, I just didn't slap an animation on here and move his head left and right and then say, okay, render. I didn't do that. I put some work in it. Joe makes a better target. And like I said, folks, you know, here's the thing. What I say, you know, the animation starts here, ends here, and look how much I got done. I mean, it took me a minute to do this. Plus, I was talking to y'all. But if you take your time and repeat this whole thing all the way down here, you'll have a nice nice performance. Yeah, you're right. You only got one eye.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now. I wouldn't have to do this. That's what you told me. This was the last job, and you would lose my number.
That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. Really nice. Really nice.
No.
I love these new animation controls, especially for the face and everything. I haven't even gotten to the eye controls yet. So when I get to the eye controls, it's gonna be something totally awesome there, because I mean, this is all the type of stuff that I was taught in school to do, and I actually get to apply what I learned in school. A little bit of what I learned in school to Iclone finally, because everything else, a lot of stuff I've done in Iclone, it was like I couldn't use nothing because the tools wasn't in Iclone. Now Iclone has the tools to actually enhance what I want to do, because in school, I had to take motion capture. I had to take motion capture, and I had to capture it, clean it up, and stuff like that. And it was like small scale type of stuff, like small stuff, like basically what I'm doing here. But I had a whole plethora of tools to actually fix it, you know. And when you get Iclone, when I had Iclone, it didn't have the correct stuff, so I had to like do it in other programs, you know, head movements and stuff like that, and capturing motion capture and stuff like that. But now it's like Iclone is really starting to listen to the people who really want to use the program to animate in. You know, they're actually listening, and they released all this cool stuff. I think this is awesome. I think this is cool. I think what they did was something that can is really going to really push a lot of new artists to come on, because they have familiar tools to get the performance that they want. It's not doing animation is not all about motion capture, folks. It's about all the disciplines. It's about it's about the 12 principles. It's about using motion capture. It's about a lot of stuff, you know. If you can just learn the basic principles of how to use the key, how to do a time and spacing, and keying your stuff correctly, and understanding how the curve editor works and stuff like that, you can make some really remarkable animations, you know, without having to rely too much on mocap, because mocap should not be the main driver behind what you do. The driver behind everything you do should be you. You should have total control. You should have yeah, it's about learning, correct. You should have total control over your whole scene. Let me show you what Benjamin Tuttle did, because what he did was amazing. And it's just proof of concept. Because I know he just didn't take some, and he better not have. I know he just didn't take some animations and slap them on there and say done. He didn't do that. Let me show you. Let me see if you can find it again. If you ain't hit it, here it is. Look. These two people to have the conversation, and I can almost understand what it's not. It's like, hold on. Did he say anything? Oh, there is sound. There is sound. All right. I had the sound off, and I can understand what they're saying. So let's actually listen to what they were saying.
Yeah, you got a point.
I usually do.
See, that was awesome.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's gonna lean back, and like if he's wrong, he's gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna do that little sway in his body. Yeah, you got a point. And then she's gonna be all chipper about it, be like have this little I guess Aurora, like, of course.
I usually do.
Yeah, I mean look at her eyes. Look at her eyes squinting. Look at the smirk in her face. That's what it's about, folks. That's what it's about. It's about performance. It's an art. You perform. You want total control over your performance, no matter what. Just sit back. Don't worry about like what you're trying to put out, or how fast you're trying to put it out, or how quick you want to put it out. Sit back, relax. Hone your craft. Hone it, and then own it. That's what you got to do, folks. Let's stop making stupid Iclone movies, and let's stop making amateuristic level Iclone movies, folks. Let's start making films. Let's start getting the practice of learning from each other, and let's get away from the amateurs crap that's out there. There's a lot of amateurs out there. There's a lot of amateuristic shit out there that a lot of you guys who use an Iclone have to get away from. You gotta up your game. Iclone is going out their way to give you better tools to use. And I was actually getting ready to leave Iclone. I was getting ready to go back to Poser just because I have the same functionality. I might lose one or two things here. Right. That's right. Like sculpting. You're right. That's a sculpting term right there. That's I haven't heard that since I was in Sean's class back when I was in school about cutting off all the excess to get to the core. That's what you got to do. And it took me a minute to get to this point right here, but I swear if I was to keep on playing with this motion. Right? Because, like, okay, suppose this is my first pass right here. Right? Suppose this is my first pass right here. Okay, so I'm going to go back.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
All right, so maybe right here. Let's do right here.
This was the last time you told me.
Okay, suppose I want to do something like this. All right, so I got my left arm right here. All right, this is my left arm. All right, so what I'm going to do with my left arm here.
Time told me.
You know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to take this, and I'm going to flatten. I'm going to flatten all the parts. That's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to flatten all that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. That's what you need to do. Because when you're working and you're building something, And you want it, and you want to look good. You make stuff look good. You may have the basics of what you're doing and working on, but it's not refined. And when you get into the refining stage of making whatever you're trying to make, you're gonna have access. And that access comes from the refining. You're chiseling away the stuff you don't need in order to come out with your finished product. That's why you refine your animation. You don't let it sit there. You know, you just don't let it sit there and have people in there. You don't want to leave nobody to interpret what your vision is. You want to show people your vision. You don't show people your vision by just like, okay, I've cut out the shape. You think about what it is, you know. No, I want to refine my stuff so people have a greater idea of what I'm thinking. That's what artists do. You show people what you're thinking and what you're seeing. You show them what you want them to see. You know, and then after you show them your vision, they're supposed to interpret your vision, not your creation. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to create something and have somebody interpret it. I want to do the whole thing. I want to put a whole vision together for people to see. It's like, oh, you're thinking of that? Okay, you know, you want conversation, you want interest in your stuff. You know, you don't want to put out bullshit. You know, that's what I'm trying to get at. You know. I'm just tired of hearing the bullshit that people say when it comes to Iclone and making stuff on Iclone. I'm just here to just tell you all, you know, just do this, you know. So okay, so I flattened this for a reason. The reason why I flattened this animation.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
Okay, so right here, I'm gonna throw a key here. I'm gonna throw a default key right here. All right.
This was the last time you told.
Okay, and I'm gonna throw a default key right here. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my FK right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take his arm, right? Pull his arm up right here, right? Pull his arm up, I'll put him up right here, and then pull this arm up right here, and then I'm going to turn his hand this way, like here, and I'm gonna come over here, and now I'm gonna go to IK mode because I just want to use his fingers here. And pull this back up. Right there.
This was the last time you told me.
See? And you just keep on layering the animation up. You just keep on layering it up, right? This
was the last time you told me.
So, right here, I want to probably pull this key a little bit this way.
This was the last time you told me.
And there you have it. So now I'm going back and I'm putting more keys. I'm going back and I'm layering up, and this is what you call animation layering. I mean, this is kind of primitive way to do it because I'm not seeing what I did before this, and I can't go back and correct what I did before this. That's the problem. That's the only problem I have about this. So I wish they had a way that you can actually like click a button and you can see all the layers you did before. You can actually go back and correct all your layers. You can name your layers, say this layer's for the hand, doing this, doing that, and you can actually go back and correct your layers and fix them and replace them if you wanted to, just like you can in Motion Builder.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do.
And there's your natural movement. Now, if this was somebody in Iclone, they would not have put the 2 default keys down here, or I call them blend keys. They would just put this shit here, and then the character arm would be like in that same position throughout the whole animation, you know. And then they'll come back and do something really dumb, and then try to key it back to its original position when all they had to do was just sandwich it in here. And when you do this, you have control over how fast he does this, right? He has total control over how fast he does this. So play it again.
This was the last time you told me.
See how fast he moved there? But if we just go back to where it was paced. It was kind of, I think it was kind of placed pretty good.
This was the last time you told me.
And suppose I want his hand to stay up a little, this finger to stay up a little longer. Ah, thanks. Clothing? Character creator? Everything he's wearing is from character creator. I mean, it's just that I went and played with the textures and stuff. These pants are from the professionals pack. This t-shirts come from there. The jacket comes from Iclone. Everything he has on comes from Iclone. Everything. Boots, shoes, everything. These are the default boots that you get with it. All I did was just change the textures. That's all. That's all I did.
This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me.
Right. So you guys saw that when I had what I just did there. And what I did is I made the finger hang in space a little bit longer, just by a few frames, but it changed the outlook. And then on top of that, as you can see, he kind of goes back to his default a little bit too quick here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this out just a few frames and then play it again.
This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
And there you have it. That's how I've learned to blend keyframes in properly inside of Iclone. You know, and once again, we just took a stock off the shelf motion capture data from Mocap Online, slapped it on here, and made it our own. That's all we did, folks. That's all we did. You know, and what we're doing is we're overkeying and overkeying and overkeying. You know, and I mean, we're just going back and we're overkeying and we're overkeying again. You know, this is the same stuff. When I go back and work on the youth mob, this is when I get to the facial animation part, you're gonna see me doing a lot of this stuff. So I'm gonna explain this stuff now before I open up and start working on youth mob. And you'll be like, "Hey, what you doing? Oh, how you doing that?" I'll be like, "I am never gonna do a dance video. How dare you? I'll never do a dance video. I'll never do one." I think I tried to do one, but then I said, "What the hell am I doing?" I just stopped. I was gonna do a music video for these guys, and I went back and said, "You know what, man? I can't do it." I said, "I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do a dance video." I told myself I'm not gonna do it. The only reason why I was gonna do it because there was some idiot out here who likes to steal other people's stuff, and he made one. You know, I'm never gonna make a dance video. Don't play.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
Okay, so now we can put another character in here. I just want to make an assassin. I mean, I think I've made a pretty cool assassin guy. oh, here's something else we can do. Okay, let's play with the whole assassin thing real quick. Okay, so he's an assassin, right? What's the use of having to be an assassin if you don't have a gun? So I can have some fun with playing with this because he has some really good hand movement.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now.
I like that. Oh, you can't remember that. That was pretty slick there. I wasn't even expecting that. But I'll tell you what we can do. And we'll add a background. I mean, I'm really getting into this, folks. So I'll probably add a background to it later on today or something like that when I'm not doing nothing. But what was I planning on doing? Yeah. So let's go over to the smart. Let's go over to the smart gallery. Let's see what's in here. Let's go to accessories. Items. I don't know if my weapon's over here. Yeah, here we go. So I got a couple. I got this. I got this one. This one. This one. I like this one. Let's try this one. All right. So the gun is in his hand. We're going to go all the way up to the beginning here. All right. And what we are going to do is, it's in his right hand. We're just going to delete all of the finger animation for his right finger. So we're gonna delete all this out. All right, we're just gonna delete all that out. All right, there's no finger animation on this guy. All right, we're gonna take this all the way to the beginning, and we're gonna go over here to the content. To the content over here, right? We're gonna go to template, and we're gonna go to gestures. All right, we're gonna go over to the gestures part over here, and what we are going to do is go over to the hold. All right, come on, hit Control 1, and we're gonna find the gun grip. See, hold gun. So we're gonna put, like, wherever your animation starts, wherever your mocap starts, just start it at the very first frame. Find a good gun pose. Yeah, right here. And there you have it. Now the gun is in his hand, but it's not positioned all the way. So you probably want to start at the beginning of the of where, you know, the animation starts. Click onto the gun. After you click on the gun, I would suggest you come down here to the modify panel. Okay, well, that's good. You don't have to do it then. You don't have to do it. But it's right now it's on world. So we're gonna come up here. We're gonna come up here and just click this little thing. Put on local. And now we got now we got better control over where we're gonna place the gun. So we're just gonna take the gun and just place it in his hand correctly. Right. All right. That looks pretty good there. I may have. I think that's fine. I may have to move it down a little bit. And with this finger right here, we're just going to go over here to this finger. We're going to go over to edit motion layer. And we're going to get this little finger right here. And we're just going to curl. Oops, wrong finger. Wrong finger. We're just going to take his finger right here to his right hand. We're just going to curl it up a little bit. There we go. So now it looks a little bit more authentic. Can he do dance? Oh my God. All right, so when he talks.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me.
Oh, damn. I gotta fix. See, when you mess with the when you mess with the stuff, when you mess with something you're not supposed to mess with, that's what happens. So that finger on the left, this key carried all the way over. So when I go over here and delete this key off, watch what happens.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told...
Oh, actually, my bad. Hold up. I'm going to delete this. And delete this.
This was the last time...
Alright. So, what this is what has to be done. I gotta come over to the left. Because his hand is screwed up. His hand is screwed up. So it's screwed up because of the gun. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I'm gonna have to go back quite a few times to fix this. All right, there we go. So this is what I have to fix right here. So I don't want his hand to like when you put the gestures on his hand, for some reason they go on both of the hands. They don't let you choose, you know, how if I want on the left hand. Nations where they don't line the guns up with the hands, let alone the fingers details. Yeah, that's what it is. So in cases like this, once again, folks, you run into issues like that. I don't want nothing to affect this hand because this hand is doing exactly what I want it to. I want the animation to affect the fingers on this hand right here. You know, so what I'm going to do is that make sure the right fingers animation is deleted. There's no animation on the fingers over here. And what we're just going to do, we're just going to pose the fingers to where we want them to. So just by taking the right hand, we're just going to curl his fingers up. That's pretty good. And just do every individual finger, make it curl, you know, make it curl a little bit. All right, just gonna make these fingers curl a little bit. And we still got to replace the gun so it can look right. So let me hit this. I'll tell you what I can do, folks. I'll tell you what I can do. Something's going to be better. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to delete that. All right. I'm going to delete those two keys out. All right. I'm going to come all the way to the beginning. I just thought about an easier way to do this. I'm going to come all the way to the beginning like I did before. And I'm going to go back to the content and put this gun finger thingy, put this gun pose back on them. All right. So I'm going to take this gun pose. I'm going to, I don't know why. Hold on. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I want it to go on one hand, but that's fine. Did it do what it's supposed to do? I don't know if it did what it's supposed to do, folks. Hold on, give me a minute. No, it didn't. What's going on here? Let me hit delete. Okay. So now let's put it back on. It's acting weird. It's acting really weird with me. Okay, so let's do this again. Let's put this on. Well, it's doing what it's supposed to do somewhat, but it's not doing it. I think it's doing it on the gloves. Hold up, man. Is he selected? Yeah, he's selected. So why ain't the hands going back to? Oh, I see.
No.
Go forward. Well, fine. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay. I think this is... No, that's not what I want. Hold on, let me go back. Back. Go back. Alright, is his hand free? Nope, his hand's not free. Hold on. Let me go back again. Let me go back again. Go back again. Go back again. There we go. I think that's it right there. I think it's his, yeah. I just want his fingers back as default. Mocap Online, Kubo, Real Illusion, anywhere except True Bones, really. What are some great mocap sites to buy motion from? Yeah, what Todd Fox say. Exactly what Todd Fox says. Don't mess with True Bone stuff. It's not good stuff. You can go to the best, actually, the really good places is those Mocap Online, Kubo, and this place right here I'm about to show you. Right here. Best place to go for motions. For me. You know. The whole library here from Acticore. I come over and I buy a lot of stuff from here. Here's my little inventory of what I've got from them so far. Oh, they want me to log in. Well, I'll do that later. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of stuff from them. Something. Let's see. Let me go all the way back to the beginning. There we go. So let's try this again, folks. Let's try this again, folks. So let's put the gun back in his hand. All right. Now, I'm going to delete these and then put them back. I think I got to I think it's the left fingers. Here we go. So I think I want to delete these. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm going to delete this. And hit reset on that. And then hit reset on that. So let's see what happens. So the only thing I gotta do, I mean, I hit reset on those, so his fingers shouldn't be doing what they're doing, but I'm just gonna have to just fix this. We'll just come in here and just basically just go into these two keys right here and just doing this. And now his hands should reset. And it didn't. It freaking mother. There. Mother sucker. I think I fixed it now. So here we go. Let's go ahead and play this little scene here. Oh, let's fix the gun first. Oui, fix the gun. They're gonna fix this freaking gun, folks. I said we're gonna fix the gun. You freaking son of a gun. Bam. Fixed. Alright, so let's pull the gun up. Let's put this back on local view. Let's pull the gun up. There we go. And like I said, we're going to pull it down a little bit. And then come back over here again and fix this. Let's go to C3 Plus. And let's go to Modify. Go over here. Edit Motion Layer. And we're just going to take the finger, boop. We're going to actually take this pinky finger back here and pull this out, and then got to pull it. It's this finger right here. Going to pull this out right there. There we go. So that's fixed. Right now. Now let's see.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now. I wouldn't have to do this. That's what you told me. This was the last.
Yeah, you probably want to check out Mocap Online whole library, Diebold's library. You probably want to check out who else? Who else got some good mocap? Actorcore, Mixamo got some good stuff over there, but it needs a little work, but it works, you know. And you can actually, I mean, if you look at my library of stuff, I get my stuff from Unity. I get a lot of stuff from Unity. I get a lot of stuff from Ramsters. It's like a lot of different vendors I go to. You know, I mean, and it comes from just going around and just looking. You know, just go. I mean, I'll start at like the game engines, Unity, Unreal, and see who's selling what in the FBX format and getting that. I mean, that usually works really good. But it's a lot of stuff you can do out there, you know. So, so folks, I think I'm done.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
As for having a second person in the scene, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and see if we can get a second person in the scene. So let's go to my avatars. You know, any avatar do at this point. I don't really care. Let's see what I got in my custom mix over here. Avatars. Control 1. Let's see what I got over here. Ooh, got a lot of characters. Yeah, let's try this guy. Maybe I should like make this still motion plus. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. I think it's time for a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Alrighty. Usually I put down a box or whatever up on the characters. I might put one up under him, depending. I think I will put one up under him. So let's go create primitive shape box. I'm having fun. I mean, I'm actually having fun actually making this, folks. Because I'm kind of like demoing like stuff I do. All right. Go link to this right here. So this is the character from Project Miko, I do believe. So I'm just gonna go over here and grab a motion. I'm gonna go back over here to mocap online, and I'm gonna grab come on. Oh shit, I forgot I got the Gung Fu stuff. Oh man, this stuff's awesome. Let's go back to live conversations. And what I like to do is like to go hit Control 1, so I can see the list, a list instead of like going through each and every last freaking like big ass thumbnail and low key argument, sad directions, big idea, listening. Let's try this listening loop. Let's put this all the way down here. I forgot to do something. Let's remove this animation, remove object animation, and remove his animation too. Alright, and I'm just going to just link him to the box. And I'll click on the box again. The box needs to be a little bit thinner. Just going to remove the animation off the box. Remove vertex animation. Vertex. What? I gotta find out what that is, what that's about. Alright, so we got the listening loop here, so let's go ahead and throw this on him.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone?
Alright, fine. That's cool. Let me turn this guy around. I think I gotta pull him all the way to the beginning. Let's go remove animation on this object right here. And let's get this guy in place. Like so. Hey, I don't really too care about the guy who's actually listening or whatever. But see how this looks over the shoulder here. Because our main concern is him, not this guy anyway. So we're just going to play this and see what we got.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time?
Okay. So everybody's like, hey, so what about what about the conversation between two people? Blah blah blah. Well, this is how like if I had some more people in here, it wouldn't matter where he was facing, because he's gonna be talking to anybody anytime. But just to settle that romance of a argument, all you can do is pick target and don't place it on his head. Place it on his neck or his spine right here. I'll usually place it about right here, and I would mess with. In some cases, I would like pull this to maybe like about right here, something like that. Maybe, you know, it just depends. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now. I wouldn't have to do this. That's what you told me. This was the last job.
All right, so I can either like pull this back down this way, which will make more of the eyes look at him.
And you would...
Did it? No, it didn't animate it.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone?
Right.
Oh.
So, depending on how you mix this, you can get him to look more at him with his head, or more with his head, or more with his eyes. You know, it just depends on where you want to go with it. And a good place to put it is be somewhere between here and here, just to get a good mix of the two. So when I go back here, you want to hit play.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now. I wouldn't have to do this. That's what you told me. This was the last job, and you would lose my number.
Oh, that was awesome. You know, so that's so there's just tips and tricks. I can go on. You know, I can sit here for hours and work on the same scene for hours before I actually put a background in here. But what I'm doing is I'm refining my performance as I go on. You know, I can do. I'm gonna do the same thing for him as well.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up to do this.
You know, one thing that can probably help is me putting the camera here, but I'm just gonna just play with it, and spin around and stuff. I really like this angle. I really like doing a lot of angles like these starting off with this type of angle when I'm doing conversation pieces, because it's like really dramatic.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were going to call me up.
And suppose they're talking, right? And what I would do is I would like take the camera and slowly bring it around here, you know, It's I put just a little bit of camera movement, but what I don't do is like I think there's like a pole going through the middle of their chest, and then there's a pole crossing that pole. And what I do is like if I'm spinning the camera around a little bit, I stay within this little triangular area right here. I never go past that pole that's going this way. I just stay in this little area because it kind of like breaks something when you're filming, and then it goes past this. It's like if it goes past the pole in the middle here, like it'd be sticking this way. I think that right there, it goes from an actual shot to like a master shot, and you want to use your master shot for transitions, like if you're going to go to another camera angle. I mean, that's the only thing I look. That's the only reason I would do that, So I'm going. I mean, yeah, I mess with Unreal Engine every once in a while, but not as often as I do with other stuff.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time?
Now, as you see, his head is tracking the character because we have the what's it called? We have the target. The target doing it. Sometimes the target is good. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes what I would do is I would just like take the target off. I would take the target off and just animate it, But I actually do put the reach target. I mean the look at target on and watch the animation.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
All right. So what I would do is like.
This was the last time. No.
So this is what I would do. Okay, so.
No. Nuh-uh.
Okay, right here. Okay, right there. I will open this up. We'll go into my constraints, right? My constraints right here. And let's see where my constraints at. Constraints. Here it is. Here's my constraints. And what I would do is go right here.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just pull this down here, right? Let me see if this works.
No. Nuh-uh.
All right, so I'm gonna go right here, and hold up, man. This is constraint. Oh, I'm on the wrong character. That's why. I was like, why is this not working? Okay, well, this is the right one. Yeah, I got 2 CC characters here, folks. Hold on. I'm just making sure I got the right one. I think I got the wrong one. I think it's this one right here. No, I got the right one. Constraint. So what I need to do is I need to come down here at the very beginning down here, very beginning, and right here to look at constraint. I've got to put look at. That's weird. They do something. Okay, I'm just gonna put why did I move that? Like I said, folks, this stuff takes time.
No. No.
I'm gonna put a release right here. All right. So I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick another target, which would be his neck again. All right. So what I'm gonna do is right here, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this right here.
Oh.
So I still get my head animation. I just had to go back and delete some stuff out. I had to delete, release, delete, release. So let's see what it looks like now.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
and we got natural head movement, folks. I gotta go down here and fix this guy because I think I kind of screwed him up. I screwed something up because there he is. I gotta click that.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now. I wouldn't have to do this. That's what you told me. This was the last job, and you would lose my number.
There we go.
No.
No, don't play it again. Okay, so it's a couple of things in here.
You. I would. That's what.
But you know what, folks? I think you guys got the gist of what I'm trying to do. You know, hold up. Let me check out something real quick. But as you can see, you know, like somebody said, like he's not even facing them. Well, yes, he is. You know, but like I said, it takes time. You got to. I mean, you're not gonna do this all in one pass. You know, how many passes did it take for me to get to this point to where I got a believable performance here?
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this. I asked you, will this be the last time? What the hell did you say to me?
Yeah. Well, once I get some lines from him, talking back to him, and then get a good camera here, this would be a slam dunk scene right here. You know, this would be really nice. You know, but like I said, folks, you can't get this done. You know, you got to do more than just slap emotion on here. And I hope this demonstration proves my point when I say you just don't slap emotion onto a character and then try to haul yourself over to the render button and then say you got a masterpiece. It doesn't work like that. No matter how much money you spent on mocap or where you got the mocap from, if you're not taking that mocap and utilizing it to its full 180 rule, yeah, 180 rule is basically, I mean, 180 rule hasn't been broken because I haven't put a camera in here yet. There's no camera in here, so that rule ain't broken yet. But the 180 rule is basically a pipe going through the body, and thing about this is the camera never go. If you got the camera here over his shoulder over here, you should have another camera over his shoulder doing the same thing, you know. And when you go back from switching from camera to camera, right, you don't want to switch back and the camera's on this side of him because that would be wrong. The only way you can get the camera, only way you can get this shot with the camera being over here is to have some type of master shot, which would have to be something like this. So you would go from this camera to this master shot we're looking at, and then from that master shot we can go over here. And then if you want to go back to those cameras, what you would do is you would go from this camera back to your master shot, and then back over to this guy's shoulder, and then go back over to this guy's shoulder without breaking the 180 rule, without resetting back to the master shot. Got it? Yeah, they've gotten better with the skin shaders. You know, this guy right here came out pretty good. I mean, there's some things that I need to do to him to make him look better. Like going in, messing with the, I think it's the roughness with inside of his scars here he got in his face. I really like to, I really would like to go in there and fix those. I don't like how shiny they are, but I'll do that when I get back over here. Did I actually save this dude over here? Did I save my avatars? Let me go over here. Custom. Let's go over here to my avatars. Did I save them into my avatars? I might as well save them now while I got the chance. I do believe they got a hair pack coming out in a week. This is gonna give you more options for your characters, stuff, and everything.
What the hell did you say to me on the phone? Oh, you can't remember now.
Yeah. So this is a pretty good exercise here, folks. I haven't done nothing like this in a long time. It only took me 2 hours to do it. So you think about if I wasn't online with you all talking to y'all about this stuff, and if I was actually working on this, I probably would have had did like maybe 10 passes through this, and started animating on him, and while I was making passes on him, going back over here and animating on him. But usually the best thing to do is animate one character at a time. Me, I actually animate 2 characters at a time, But I would just like start doing one character and then going back and this was that finger he puts up.
Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do that.
So we got this. So we'll just come back and just flatten the motion clip, all parts, and this goes blank, and now you can add more stuff to it.
No. Nuh-uh. This was the last time you told me that you were gonna call me up to do this.
So, any last words for anybody about anything you didn't understand or what I'm aiming for? What I'm aiming for is for people to start using Iclone, differently than what they've been doing, and try to use it in a way that it actually helps you out instead of just anybody can slap an animation on a puppet and then just and hit the render button. And that's one thing, I don't hit the render button until I'm happy with what I got. I'm happy because I was able to get some motions and stuff on this character, and get some character into the character. I'm aiming to get character into the character so I can have something nice, something people look at and be like, oh wow, that's amazing, like this. I want people give me comments on my stuff, but if you just want to slap a motion on it and hit render, that's fine, that's fine, but you're not going to get the reaction that you want. I'm telling you that now. If you want people to get a reaction out of what you do, you would take your time and actually animate. You actually take your time and actually you actually put your time into your work. That's what I'm saying. Put your time into your work. So what it takes you 2 or 3 days to get to get 2-3 seconds worth of animation out, but it all pays out in the end once the bigger picture is filled. Once the bigger picture is filled, then people will see why it took you so long to do this, or what you were doing, or how you was doing this stuff. Just take your time. There's no rush. So on that point, folks, I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna play with this some more offline and think about what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day and the week. I don't know. I might come back with some more cool stuff I want to talk about. But like I said, last night was like a turning point for me, because I think I should start doing more stuff like this, where I talk to you guys about what I'm doing and talk about stuff that I like to do, or talk about stuff I don't like seeing. I think I got more to say about stuff I don't like seeing versus me actually doing physical work, because I don't think I'm giving you all like the what I'm trying to fully do here on this channel, which is to inspire people to do great work. I'm not inspiring people to do like mediocre work. I'm trying to inspire you to do great work. Push yourself, make yourself better. Taking shortcuts and all this other stuff and using cheap equipment and software ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not. Everything has a place, and I'm just trying to get everybody to understand what place you should be at. If you want to be down there using the cheap stuff, go ahead. I ain't got no problem against that, because that's what you're aiming for. But if you're trying to do something that's going to get people talking, this is what I'll show you what to do. So take it with a grain of salt. This is one gun, and I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here, and you all have a nice, pleasant day. Peace.
I'm running out of time. Every day the same because I'm looking for a sign instead of chasing it. The good or the bad, I'm embracing it. If you make it bad, yeah, then you gotta lay in it. Reality, I'm facing it. Success, I want a taste of it. My talent, never wasting it. The top is where we taking it. However long it take for us, cause we ain't never giving up. Enduring it, you live it up. Open the door and then you give it up. Let it simmer, dim the light and let it glimmer. Lord, I know I've been a sinner, but in all I'm still a winner. We've been working through the winter, yeah. We've been working through the winter, yeah. Yeah, breadwinners eating Sunday dinner by my grandmoms. Gotta spend time with the fam when you have time. And I just wanna thank God, cause he done a great job in molding me to be a better man, just for mankind.
We was young and dumb, but that feeling never faded. Knew that you was the one, that's why I never downgraded. Depression caught up to me and it made me isolated. The only one I was ever comfortable around naked. It was times I messed with other girls and had to fake it. Even through all the BS, you told me that I would make it. Gave me your heart and told me take it, but never forsake it. You cut up my jersey, but I deserve it if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't trade it all cause of the memories we created. So happy I was at BSU when you graduated. All the time that was wasted, you on my mind, I'm wasted. Pick up the phone, let it ring once and hang up aggravated. Cause I was in a situation that made me deflated. And I kept thinking about you like Frank Ocean on the station. One sunny day in September, I finally lost my temper and hit your line saying, let's make this one to remember. Your so-called friend tried to tell you I'm a pretender. I think she want what you got, but let me not offend her. The